Let me just say something real quick. Can we talk about Black Lives Matter for a second? Some of y'all are surprised at this gender bender, Mr. Potato Head, Demi Lovato, gender reveal, parties are transphobic, there are boys with vaginas and girls with penises nonsense, let's change the normative declaration of what it means to be male and female issue. Why? Why are some of y'all surprised? You're in the middle of a revolution. Right? So let me explain revolutions real quick, right? We were telling y'all since June, all the money these fake influencers were funneling into Black Lives Matter, who has no programs to help with Black communities, no programs to help with education, no programs to help support the nuclear Black family. We were telling you Black Lives Matter Incorporation is not a charity, it's a full-fledged corporation that has no location. We were telling y'all they raised millions of dollars through Act Blue that funneled all their money through the DNC. I don't feel sorry for any individual, any church, any pastor, any celebrity, and any follower who chose to listen to emotions over sound logic. Their only agenda was pushing the LGBTQ, RSTU, VW, X, Y, and Z agenda, and now you got Mrs. Doubtfire as Secretary of Department of Health. Why? Because we're in the middle of a revolution. There have been 7 revolutions or revolts that we've had in the past several hundred years, right? We're talking about the Revolutionary War of 1775, 1783, where the U.S. formed New Order of Ages away from Britain and England due to tax revolts. And then there was the French Revolution from 1789 to 1799, political crisis, also about taxes from previous wars. And then there was the Russian Revolution of 1917, based on class warfare that overthrew the czars or the monarchy of Russia. And then there was the Chinese Revolution of 1950, where the Communist Party and Mao Zedong took power, and they haven't loosened their grip since, and they're in this country. And then there was the Cuban Revolution of 1959, led by Fidel Castro, and Cuba joined and aligned with the Soviet Revolution. And then there was the Iranian Revolution, which people hardly ever talk about, of 1979, where Islamic clerics took power from Shia branch of Islam. And then there was the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, which was the last revolution written in our history books. But there's another one that's currently being written, and it's one called the sexual revolution, where males can be women and women can be men, and men can have periods, and men can get pregnant, and men can compete in women's sports, and men can walk into women's bathrooms, and Mr. Potato Head is no longer Mr., but a gender neutral potato. And now we have a whole man, Mrs. Doubtfire, as Assistant Secretary of U.S. Department of Health, Rachel Levine, telling you that your children can now have reconstruction surgery and hormone therapy. Welcome to the revolution. But not to fear, there's another revolution that'll make the previous revolutions look like child's play. And it's a revolution of God's kingdom. Y'all think the devil gets away with murder? Nah, boo-boo, no. This next revolution is about to make all eternity tremble. You can't fight ideology with ideology, you fight ideology with power. Let the world get darker. Go ahead. Because Isaiah 64 says, great darkness shall cover the land, great darkness shall cover over God's people, but rise and shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. God's glory is coming.